Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Happy 2024. It's crazy because I haven't filmed one of these videos in probably 3 years. I think is the last time I've done a video about my resolutions and whatnot, and it's probably been about 3 years since I've sat down and done a video in this manner that is just about me, just sitting here and sharing with you what my hopes and dreams and goals are for the new year. So it's really cool to sit down and do this again. And if you're new here, hi, my name is Brittany. I am just a regular Midwestern lady. I live in central Illinois. I live in a dinkwad home. If you're unfamiliar, that's dual income, no kids with added dogs, and I probably won't ever have kids. That is kind of the journey that we are on. And yeah, we love our dogs, and me and my partner are building a home that we really want to thrive in. And we have some big goals for this year, but I also personally have some big goals for this year. So I wanted to sit down, say hello, and share with you my goals for 2024, which is like absolutely crazy to say. It's 2024. Like what? Okay, so one thing that I want to start doing in our sit down videos is having like a really fun new drink. I am on a journey to find another favorite drink. I'm a Dr. Pepper Zero girly. I love it. But you know, it's always cool to have a couple of things in the roster. I want to get into seltzer water, but so far it hasn't been my journey. I've heard I should try Spindrift. So if you guys have drink recommendations below, or drink recommendations, please let me know below. Today we are trying the Secret Nature of Fruit probiotic soda. It's got probiotics in it, so. Ooh, it's pineapple. Okay. It's kind of like a fizzy pineapple water. It's a little sweet and a little spicy. 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10. I know sometimes we can watch these resolution videos and sometimes I will feel like, wow, like these people have some really big goals. They seem to like have these goals for this really big life. And this year I'm no longer undermining my life and my goals. And for example, where I live, I actually really appreciate the area I live. It's affordable and it allows me and my partner to have pretty much anything we could ever want, including space. Like I'm currently sitting in my very own home office. And I'm able to do that because of the area of the world I live in and how much cheaper it is to do it. But, you know, sometimes we can watch other people live their lives and assume that we need to have like bigger dreams than we want instead of getting real about what we actually want. So I'm excited to share with you what my goals are for this year. And I think some of them might surprise you. If you know me, some of them might surprise you. Okay, so I got my hands on a new planner for this year. This one is called The Daily. I found it on TikTok. I had been wanting it since last year or maybe even a year and a half ago. They used to have one that was just mainly for college students, but it's this girl who's like, if you're super type A, you're gonna love my planner. I'm actually not type A at all, I don't think, but I love a very full planner. And if you guys want a full overview of what you can do with this planner, I would love to show you. But no matter what planner I get, I always like to carve out one page, even if it's just a notes page, to break down my goals so that as I go from month to month, I can always look back and say like, what am I actually trying to accomplish this year? So my goals are broken up into 4 categories: personal, financial, health and wellness, and business. So I'm just gonna go through and share with you guys all of my goals. I do have quite a few in each category, and I am really setting the intention that I will accomplish the majority of these goals this year. I wrote these down knowing that I can actually make all of these happen if I stay focused and not in an unhealthy hustle, grind it out 24/7 kind of way, but in a very like consistent and imperfect action kind of way, that yields so many more results than perfectionism ever will for me. So let's jump into it. Okay, so first we have personal goals. So this year I really fell in love with reading again, and I was hoping to read, I think my goal was 22 books this year, and I just hit 20. My phone is charging because perpetually on 2 to 6%. Anyone else? I swear my phone is always on its last leg. If that's you, babe, you're in good company. So, but I think my goal this year was to read like 22 books, and I made it to 20 books, which I'm really proud of myself. Last year my goal was 14, and I think the year before that I read even less than that. And so I'm just really excited to kind of get back into reading. And this year my boyfriend got me a Kindle, so I am going to read 28 books this year. And for me, I count audio and physical books. They both count. And in that 28 books, I would like at least 2 books to be nonfiction books. I don't read a lot of nonfiction, but I think there's a lot to be gained. So I want to do that. And this one is probably going to surprise you if you know me, but it's something I'm really committed to. I'm going to be doing a low buy / no buy year. If you've never heard of a no buy year or a low buy year, I really encourage you to like go around on YouTube. I think I'm going to make a video shortly after this one explaining my rules, why I want to do it, my reasoning. So if you have questions, I totally understand. And hopefully there will be a video on my channel shortly after this explaining. But essentially, I have really gotten caught up in consumerism in a way that it's not like fun shopping anymore. It's like avoid the real problems and buy something. Here is a perfect example, y'all. And I just have to tell you this because I see myself do this all the time. I will have a really bad day when I think about like, maybe it'll be like my body, or I'll be in the midst of like some mental health struggles, and I just won't like the way I look, or I won't like the way I feel. And then I go online and I buy a wig. Ain't nothing wrong with buying a wig. I love a wig, baby. But at the end of the day, it's not, oh, I think this wig would look cute, so I'm gonna buy it. It's like, I am fundamentally having some issues with how I feel in my body, how I feel in my mind, and so I'm buying a wig, which doesn't solve the problem. And in fact, if you have a big head like me, it really doesn't solve the problems. I want to fully deconstruct from my consumerism habits. I am more and more aware every year at how much our dollar does to support the causes of the businesses we buy from, rather than our own personal causes, and those things might not be aligned. And so I have way more than I need. I don't need to be buying a bunch of shit this year. So my goal is to do no unnecessary spending for myself. That means for me, it's no like physical items, no home decor, no clothing, no accessories, like no jewelry, no electronics, nothing. Like I literally have everything I need. And then also making space in my life to buy gifts for people, to celebrate them, to enjoy a dinner out with my partner or with friends. Like there's still space in the budget and in the goals for that, but there is not space in my life for I'm just gonna go walk around Target and see what calls to me. Sorry, Target. We're breaking up. Okay. So low buy, no buy year. Please let me know if you want to learn and find out more about how I'm doing it. My next goal for personal is I want to journal more. I think that I tell myself that, you know, having a lot of the thoughts in my head is fine. Like I'm okay with processing, but I think there are often times where I really just need to spend a little time and journal more. I'm going to work that into my morning routine. So I have so many journals. So my goal is to just like pick one, whether it be a gratitude journal or one of the million other journals I have in this house, and use it consistently throughout this year. I also want to find a consistent volunteer opportunity. I used to volunteer locally and walk dogs, and that was a lot of fun, and I wanted to adopt every single dog I met, but it was also every Saturday at 2, which ended up getting a little inconvenient over time. So my goal is this year to actually look for an opportunity that's maybe more once or twice a month that I can truly commit to for the long haul, and not just like 3 or 4 months, which is how long I walked the dogs. I would love to make 6 totally new cuisines. I only know how to make like one Indian cuisine, and I have tasted not a ton of Indian food, but all the Indian food I've tasted has been really good. So I would love to like delve into new types of cuisines and learn how to make them at home. I also want to donate $20 a month to a cause I care about. So just working in my, like putting my money kind of where my mouth is, like consistently. So that's a really big goal for me. I want to visit one friend each quarter. So that would be going to visit 4 friends. It's not a lot, right? But my intention is that like I will at least see local people more often, but a lot of my friends don't live super locally. So I want to reconnect with a few people, and I would love to go back to my hometown and visit my friend Allison, visit my friend Amanda, my friend Irene. Like I have friends who are like all over, and I would just love to like connect with them and see them this year. And also just, I feel like since COVID, it's been so isolating, and I have really like settled in to like isolation, just like with everyone in my home. And that's okay, but also I do not want to lose those connections with the people I love. And finally, I wanted to plan a solo trip. So that solo trip can be anything. It can be just a drivable distance. It could be one of my trips to go visit a friend and then spend a couple days just like in my mind and maybe like figuring out stuff about my business or my future. I'm totally open to any of that, but I really want to intentionally take time off for me to grow. All right, so that is personal goals. We got it. Next is financial goals. So financial goals are like something I have to say this year. I'm really proud of myself because I invested like a motherfucker. Okay, bleep that out. This year, I really did. I became a certified life coach this year, which was a huge investment. I've never invested in myself in this way before. And then I also invested in a class to make me better at sales for my business and to be a better business owner and a serious business owner. And so in doing that, I think I did a lot of investments before I was financially ready, which I'm okay with. But at this point, I'm like, okay, I really want next year to be way more comfortable when it comes to my budget. So first and foremost, I want to pay off any lingering credit card debt. I don't want to have any credit card debt. I think one, that's going to be really easy because a lot of the things that I've had payment plans for, like my computer or my phone or whatever, they were all paid off in 2023 towards the end. And I've paid off a couple of the classes that I talked about investing in. So I just want to wrap that up and get that out of the way because it stresses me out. The second thing I want to do is create a fully sustainable budget. This is something that like every time I get paid, I pretty much know where my money's going and what I'm doing with it. Because sometimes I'm really into it and sometimes I'm really not. In 2023, I was really not, honestly. I want to increase my emergency fund. So if you've ever, like kind of followed budgeting, I'm sure you guys have heard of an emergency fund. It's just money to have in the bank in case an emergency comes up or you lose your job or something goes out in your house, like these are important things. And so I want to have a personal emergency fund of at least $8,000, though I think the real goal is 10, but with my other goals this year, I think 8 is reasonable. And then I want to increase my personal savings. And so that is something I'm really going to focus on. And a lot of these are like long haul goals. So I'm going to break them down into quarterly goals and then monthly goals and all that good shit. So those are all of my financial goals. Health and wellness. Oh my gosh, this one used to be so overwhelming for me. I always used to have these goals where like lose 80 pounds, I mean, you can even go, I think it's my 2021 goals, and I'm like, I'm gonna lose 80 pounds. And like, truly, I feel like I've done a lot of work on my mindset around my body and trying not to make everything about weight loss. And also, I still have a lot of discomfort around my body right now. And so I don't know exactly how my life and how my relationship with my body is going to change this year, but here are the goals that I'm committing to. 1, I want to get physically stronger. I've already started it. I started Copilot, which is basically like having a personal trainer in your phone. They build workout plans for you and they build them around the things you have access to. So I just hit the other day a 33-day streak. So I want to continue to use Copilot for the entirety of the new year, and it's really important to me. The second thing is I want to become more flexible. I think this will just happen the longer I use Copilot, but I think intentionally doing stretches at least once a week or whatever, like I have to kind of break down what be more flexible is to me, but right now a bitch ain't flexible at all. So I want to be more flexible. Another one is I want to minimize my back pain. I have noticed so much success with this and just consistently being in the gym. I had a major back issue like 6 years ago now. Anyways, it was horrible. Once you have a back injury, okay, I can't speak for everyone. Once I had my back injury, it's like I lived with that pain pretty much the entire 6 years. Like even when I was feeling really good, I always had the anxiety of re-injuring my back. And over the years I have. And so a huge part of good back health is core strength. And so basically what I'm saying is I need to get my core strength together. My next goal for health and wellness is to go to all my necessary doctor's appointments. So that is like my 2 dental visits a year, my annual checkup, for my regular doctor and my gyno. And this year I do need to go and do my vision test at some point, but I just ordered 2 new pairs of glasses, so probably do that in the summer because I'm really not looking forward to like throwing out all of my glasses. My next goal is to find a good therapist and get back into therapy. I don't know about y'all, but it is an election year and I'm irritated with the world right now. And because of that, I want to get back in therapy. My next goal is I would like to hire a coach for my business. I mentioned a little earlier that this year I invested and I became a certified life coach. I mainly focus on helping women with imposter syndrome and people who are looking at crafting their own version of success. Like you have been doing everything everyone says to do and you're still not finding like the ease or the peace that you're looking for in your life. That's what I help people with. And I want to really grow my business and help more people this year. And so I feel like a real cornerstone of that is having a really strong business coach who can help me continue to grow in this new year. And this one is my final goal. And I'm like scared to even say it because I'm always just struggling, but I want to go down 3 pant sizes. So the reason I want to go down 3 pant sizes is because I haven't weighed myself since 2021, I believe. I did an intuitive eating class. One of the first things they helped us with was like really getting out of this idea of like constant weighing and, you know, really meticulously monitoring your body all the time. So I, of course, have scales. I have not used mine in coming up on 3 years because I started in January of 2021. So the thing about the pant sizes is just like, I want one for the world is, I don't even know how deeply I want to go into this, guys, because this all feels extremely vulnerable when you're like talking about weight, because obviously like body changing in size and living in a smaller body means like weight loss. But I just think the world is fairly inaccessible. No, it's really inaccessible for people who are fat, and I'm fat. And that's okay. And if I lose 3 pant sizes, guess what? I'll still be fat. But it's important to me to be able to show up and do things that I want to do in the world. And I feel like life will be easier for me in true transparency if I'm 3 sizes smaller. Now, if I really think about that, I think that's super fucked up. Right? I think that's super fucked up that one of the main reasons is to have a more pleasant experience in the world, because it's built in a way that it's not for fat people. And at the same time, I'm kind of like, it is what it is. And it's okay if that's one of my reasons because it's real. And also, I do think losing the pant sizes will help my back and will kind of be reflective of me like being in the gym, being consistent with my nutrition. And I think those things will help my mental health. So this is a whole lot. I mean, it's a whole lot, babe. I know. I'm not even sure if I'm going to leave that part in, but okay, my last section is for business. This is the first time in my life that business has been a true cornerstone of my goals. I think I used to have something like passion projects as one of these. Like, this is my passion project. But now, like, I'm a real business lady and I'm doing real business things. And so with that in mind, let's talk about my business goals. So first, and this is a huge one, I want to go full-time in my business. Right now, I work as a life coach and I coach multiple women, and I also have another job that I do where I work with a nonprofit, and I mainly do outreach and engagement work. And I'm still like super thankful for that job, but I'm ready to make sure that my business can be my full-time income and I can do that fully and basically just be a coach and a training consultant. So the second thing on my list, and actually I've already done this, is build my business website. It is a very bare bones website, but it's something that I was able to do so that way I can have a spot so people can go find me and find out more what I'm about, which I really need to build that up more. My next goal is to create 3 passive income streams. And so I really see this as an opportunity through like, I don't think anything is truly passive. Like, you have to create something in the beginning. But what I'm thinking is like consistency in this channel would be a great way. I also have a podcast called Hyper Mindset. So consistency on that platform could open up opportunities for me to start generating income passively, like after I've created these videos and like allowed them to be out to the world kind of thing. And then I'd also really love to create a area where people can like engage with me at a lower price point than my one-on-one coaching services, because one of my goals is to make coaching really accessible. I watched one of my old videos where I was just like talking about how it was so hard for me to stick to my goals, and like I would just have a goal that I really cared about and leave it and not think about it for 6 months. And I felt like my whole life was just going to be me chasing these goals that I never went for. I needed a coach. Like, I had no idea what a coach did for you, and that's what I needed. So it's important for me to make coaching more accessible. And so because of that, I would love to have like different price points of things, whether they're virtual workshops or master classes or workbooks that are really affordable that people can kind of walk themselves through the coaching process. The other part is I'm already certified, but I want to get accredited in my coaching skills. So unfortunately, life coaching isn't a regulated industry. So literally, like tomorrow, regardless of if you've ever had experience in life coaching, you could just be like, I'm a life coach. And there's no way for someone to like say, no, you're not. But you can look for a couple of things if you're looking for a coach. One, you can make sure they're certified. And this means that there is an agency that's kind of looked to as the standard. It's the International Coaching Federation. And they've looked at the program that this coach has been through. And they have said, okay, if this person like actually passes this program, they are certified, because here are the like 12 core competencies that every coach should have, and this person has showed these. So I am certified because I went through a certified program. It was 6 months, and then I passed the program, right? You have to like take quizzes, and you have to do like evaluations where people watch your coaching and make sure you're doing the right thing. So anyways, that's a whole long-winded thing, but getting accredited is a whole other situation. I would think of it, and I've had my program talk about it in this way, where if you're in nursing school, getting your bachelor's degree is like step one. Like it's showing that you have the foundational knowledge, and that's really great, and that you are now ready to take the NCLEX. Is that what that's called? Listen, I know some of y'all are in nursing. You know exactly what I'm talking about. So you can take that test. So basically, like, you can't just go in off the street and take the test. You have to be certified first and then accredited. And so accreditation is right around the corner for me. There are a few milestones you have to hit in your coaching business first. So you can't just go from certified to accredited immediately unless you have like 100 hours of coaching experience and like a whole bunch of other things. So I am working on that, and my goal is to be fully accredited by this summer. So that's really exciting, and that will help with my income, because at that point, you know, like now you're certified and accredited, there's so many places you can go. My next goal is to attend 2 networking events. This past year, I went to a local conference. It was called the Central Illinois Founding Females Conference. It was in October. It was $100, an investment I made into my business, and it was a really great opportunity. And my goal this year is to go to 2 more conferences and meet people and just like be more integrated with the people around my area who are also in business. So if you've ever heard of like NABO, which is National Association of Women Business Owners, or Women in Leadership is another one out here. But basically they are communities where business owners or even coaches, like I'm open to the different types of networking communities, but I really want to be involved. So those are all my goals for this year, you guys. So it's quite a few. 28 goals. 28 goals? That's a lot. And I feel like they're all kind of slow burn goals. In the spirit of coaching, one of the last things we always do is talk about accountability, right? Because that is one of the greatest benefits I've found from being a coach and having a coach, is being held accountable. So in the spirit of accountability, I would like to do either like monthly goal setting and resets, where I will share with you guys what my goals were for the month, and if I achieved them, how I'm staying on track, and where I will go from here. So I am committing to 12 of those videos this year. So I guess this could count as video 1 in the series. I will be working on, you know, my monthly goals, and at the end of this month, we'll sit down together and we will talk about how I did in each of the categories, and like where my progress is and how my month went overall. So that is my accountability. I would love to hear from you guys. What is one of your goals for this year? And it can be anything. You know, I saw this video the other day that was like, you know, I don't like resolutions, but then I was talking to some woman who said she was going to eat every type of noodle she came in contact with this year. And she was like, I kind of forgot that resolutions can be fun. And yes, there are no rules. Like, I really want to encourage you to step in to your actual wants and your actual needs this year and make them work for you, because you truly deserve that. So yeah, please drop one of your goals below and let me know if you'd like to see a video about my low buy, no buy this year. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.